views expressed on this program are those of the hosts, guests, and callers, and are not necessarily those of this station, its management, or other advertisers. You're listening to Transformation Talk Radio.
Welcome to Spiritual Diagnostics Radio. Psychic answers and spiritual solutions with psychic visionary and vibrational healers Dorian and Justice Welling, where you can call in and ask about your chakras, aura, and spiritual DNA. Tune in and discover the energy that is contradictive to your path of wholeness. Get ready to meet the most important person in your life, you.
Well, hello everybody. And thank you for tuning in today to Spiritual Diagnostics. This is your host, Dorian.
And this is your host, Justice Welling.
And we're really glad to be here today. Today we're going to be talking about love. We're going to be discussing how it works mentally, emotionally, spiritually, what it is that we draw in, what it is that we keep, and what it is that we release. So, in this discussion, for those of you who are listening, if you have questions and you'd like to call in, you can call in during the show. For those of you who would like to call in after the show, feel free to do so at 312-898-2285. That's 312-898-2285. Also, you can log on to our site, spirituald.com, and get an understanding of what it is that we do and how it is that we could assist you and guide you. We love to be a catalyst that helps lead you to your inward journey. You know, in most of our shows, we touch on a subject and then we talk about what it is that's blocking what it is that we desire in our lives. This show is about answers and solutions. We desire to connect to you, hear about your experiences, where you've been, where you're at, what it is that you'd like to invite into the future, providing an answer and a solution for you that you can hear from yourself. Each and every one of you are carrying the answers and solutions. However, sometimes it is a matter of receiving that guidance and assistance to being able to touch the right portion and hear from the truest, most authentic portion of self to reach that answer and solution to your spiritual cleansing. And today, as we talk about love, I'd like to say that love in itself is cleansing. Love in itself is healing. But some of us have not had those type of experiences. Some of us have not had that experience where we are connecting to the love that we desire. We've had the experiences where we connect to the love that we have thought from a portion in time that we desire, but we have not actually connected to the love that our truest self and that our strongest self desires. And the reason that I say the truest self and the strongest self is because we are always operating at different levels, different frequencies, and different portions of self. When it comes to matters of the heart, we can find ourselves extremely strong or extremely vulnerable, depending upon which portion of self is coming forward, which portion of self is drawing in that relationship. So, in today's show, I would like to explore the different parts of self that desire that love. I would like to talk about the different levels of the spirit and the aura that draw energy in, that give out certain energy, and what the causes of that are. So again, for those of you who are listening to the show, if you'd like to call in, you can call in now during the show, express your views, ask your questions. We'd be more than glad to hear from you. And for those of you who would like to call after the show, you can do so at 312-898-2285 or log on to our site, spirituald.com. So, love. When we think of love, we're usually connecting it to the type of love that we want to find in someone, the type of relationship that we desire. But the first portion of true love is within self. It's loving self. It's honoring self, connecting to self. Everything turns back to self. And sometimes we just have a way of extending what we feel that we need, what we want, and what we perceive through receiving it from another person. And yes, we definitely, in this journey, most of us do desire to receive that love and transfer that love back to somebody in our lives. Even though it is about finding self and connecting to self and understanding and loving self, we are created with the desire and the spirit to want to share that with a soulmate. So it does connect and it does start with self. Love is who we are. It is the essence of our existence. So it's only natural that we would desire our existence and the vibrational frequency that we were created in to share it, expand it, and extend it with someone else. So again, love is who we are. It is the essence of our existence. Love is the ultimate truth at the heart of creation, which means it is your essential state of being. This state of being may become tainted, diminished, or even lost through the pains and challenges of our journey. However, if you're listening to this right now, just know that if you feel that there's a part of yourself that has been lost through giving love, through the lack of receiving love, or being rejected through love, that portion of you can be reconnected, can be connected to, can be understood, and it can flow to your soulmate. Whatever it is that you have lost or have not found within yourself can definitely be found. You're carrying the answer. You're carrying the solution. I cannot stress that enough. But sometimes it's just a matter of finding out and locating at what portion in your journey did this state of being become diminished or lost. Every choice that we make comes from the 4 levels of our existence. These 4 levels of our existence is where we draw love in from. We actually, these levels of our existence is where we draw absolutely everything from. So love is absolutely no different. And let's talk about those 4 levels of our existence. These levels of being are being, thinking, feeling, and doing. So when we think about the love that we want, when we think about the partner that we want, There's a certain vibrational frequency to being, a certain vibrational frequency to thinking, a certain vibrational frequency to feeling, a certain vibrational frequency to everything that we're doing that sets forward that divine invitation to our soulmate. So, are we being our authentic, true self in order to draw in true, authentic love? That's exploring the being. It's about, are we being that true, authentic self in order to draw in true, authentic love? So many of us are not really sure who true, authentic self is, because the relationships that we were in, we were so busy trying to be our partner's authentic version of who self should be. So we've kind of lost touch with who that version of self is, who that version of being is. Are you being the version of what you've witnessed love is through your mother and father? Whether it was positive or negative, that may not actually be who you are. Are you being the authentic version of what someone has hoped you would be or told you you would be, or the version of a result of your pain? So in that being portion of these 4 levels of existence, that's where the vibration and the tone of your relationships and your love are created and drawn in. Thinking, going to the second portion of the 4 levels. Are we thinking truly and clearly, or are we avoiding and masking, therefore drawing in temporary and unfulfilling relationships? Let's take the thinking portion a little deeper. When I say thinking truly and clearly, what does that mean? Does thinking truly mean where I'm at this point in life? Am I seeing it and understanding it? So many of you do see it and understand it and can see it very clearly for the present, for where it's at now, but you're not able to see what brought it to that point. So even if you're seeing that present moment, it doesn't always mean that you're thinking in the true clearness of the present moment. It is a very important part of the journey to be thinking truly and clearly from where you are and what brought you to the place that you are. So when we're avoiding and masking where we are now, avoiding means, I don't want to think of the past. Even though we shouldn't dwell in it, we do have to understand what we have been through and honor that. I don't want to think of that. I don't want to think of anything other than this is where I'm at now and I don't see it changing and I'm closing myself off. So that's a portion of thinking that becomes a block. And that's where we start masking. We start finding distractions, not to think of what it is that hurts. And not that we should dwell in it, but we should understand it. It is that understanding that gives birth to transformation. And we're going to take a short break. And after we come back, we're going to be touching on the other 2 levels of existence that draw in love as soon as we come back from this break.
Hi, this is Connie Five, your unstoppable diva, your host of Up or Out with Connie. I am thrilled to be a headline show on C-Suite Network. where you can grow your brand, grow your tribe, and be unstoppable. We are the hottest podcast for entrepreneurs, C-level executives, and market leaders. And you can hear me each week right here on the C-Suite Network. Also on Conscious Business Network, iTunes, Stitcher, iHeartRadio, SiriusXM, and over 900 stations around the globe. Be sure to follow me on LinkedIn, Facebook, and Twitter. Thanks for listening. Be bold, be connected, and be unstoppable.
Tune in to The Jen Royster Show, intuitive guidance to inspire your life, each Thursday at 8 a.m. Pacific and 11 a.m. Eastern on TransformationTalkRadio.com. This amazing show is an inspirational hour that will take you on an epic metaphysical journey to discover the spiritual approach to life's greatest challenges. Dr. Jen is an internationally known intuitive counselor, spiritual teacher, and energy healer. Call in for intuitive readings and visit JenRoyster.com for more information.
Discover the healing medicine from the giant monkey tree frog Cambo. Cambo practitioner Ginny Rutherford and professional psychic Todd Rolson have come together for lively discussions of alternative healing medicines from the Amazon. Ginny and Todd bring you Cambo Talk Radio. Tune in each Monday at 1 p.m. Pacific to hear from guests all over the world with real life stories and the medicinal benefits of Cambo. For more information, visit cambokiss.com.
Are you feeling stagnant or blocked in your love life, career, health, or finances? Experiencing difficulty focusing or setting and achieving goals? Tune in to Spiritual Diagnostics Radio with psychic visionary healers Carol Dorian and Justice Welling. Discover the cause and effect of unwanted patterns in life. Tune in every Tuesday at 12 p.m. Pacific on Transformation Talk Radio. For more information, visit spiritualdeed.com.
Get ready to experience Truth Talk Radio with host Deb Acker. Tune in to Truth Talk Radio each Wednesday at 3 p.m. Pacific on TransformationTalkRadio.com to illuminate the truth in your daily life as you experience life, love, and abundance from a whole new perspective. This hit show will leave you feeling lighter and bring you into a place of infinite possibilities every day in every way. Visit TruthTalkRadioshow.com for upcoming transformative topics and guests. Tune in to Mainstream Metaphysics Radio to harness your connection with the universe to effect change for optimal success and happiness. Named one of the country's top psychics, Eve now brings her insights and gifts to this weekly hit call-in show, joined by visionaries, leaders, and gifted others, but mostly you. Jot it down, Thursdays, 10 a.m. Pacific, 1 p.m. Eastern on TransformationTalkRadio.com.
And we are back talking about love, talking about the portions of self that we draw love in from. And we left off talking about the 4 levels of our existence that we draw in love from as well. So we touched on the being and thinking. Are we being our authentic true self in order to draw in true authentic love? Are we thinking truly and clearly, or are we avoiding and masking, therefore drawing in temporary and unfulfilling relationships? So let's go to doing. Are we doing what makes us happy? Doing what makes us happy sends out the divine invitation to a happy partner, which creates the happy relationship. And you know, the doing, this is a difficult one because some of us are at a place where we're reevaluating what is it that makes us happy. And if you are at a place that you really don't know what makes you happy, this is your time to pause from relationships and learn this. Because without knowing what it is that makes you happy, and I hate to sound cliche, but this is the truth, it's difficult or impossible to even fathom what could make a partner happy. How could you be happy in a relationship if you don't do what makes you happy because you don't even know what it is that makes you happy. And growth, evolving and growth can change the dynamics of that for many. Whatever it is that may have made you happy 2 years ago may not make you happy today. Whatever may have made you happy 3 months ago may not make you happy today. So for so many people who are at the place where their relationship is either come to an end or they've been on a really long period of pause without any type of relationship at all, sometimes that is for that recognition of who you have grown to be, where you've emerged from, what it is that moved you at one point, and discovering what it is that moves you at this point. So are we doing what makes us happy? For some of you know exactly what it is that's going to make you happy, and you're actually working on doing it. And then there are some of you who are actually, like I said earlier, in that discovery place, that place of self-discovery. What does make me happy? So when you're doing what it is that makes you happy, and you have a very strong sense, a very strong understanding of what that is, how it works, and why it works for you, you are able to make a partner happy and draw that partner into your life that makes you happy. I can't stress enough that this starts with you. It's your thinking, your feeling, your being, your doing. Let's go to feeling. And this is a feeling. I'm not going to say that one outweighs the other in importance, but feeling can kind of take over being, thinking, and doing. Because if you think about it, what it is that you feel is going to actually dictate how you're going to think, what you're going to be doing, and the way that you're going to find yourself being. So we're going to take our time on this one when we go into feeling. And for those of you who are listening, if you'd like to share your views or you have questions, call in at 1-800-930-2819. Again, that's 1-800-930-2819. And for those of you who would like to give us a call after the show asking your questions, please do so at 312-898-2285. Again, that's 312-898-2285. Or log on to our site, spirituald.com. And again, we're going to go back to feeling. Are we feeling emotions from a balanced point? Or are negative emotions defining our life and blocking out love? We're always feeling emotions. Emotions are happening every second, every moment, every day. There's emotions going on that you may not even be aware of the fact that you're actually feeling them and responding to them. Feelings are happening indefinitely. That's the best way to describe it. But are we feeling the emotions from the balanced point? Or is it one negative emotion that's just defining the whole energy field? Now, some people may say, well, how do you feel emotions from a balanced point? Some emotions are not quite balanced. Some emotions are all over the place. So how could you feel what's unbalanced and what's all over the place from a balanced place? And here is, it can sound complicated, but here's really what that means and where it comes from. When you're feeling your emotions from a balanced place, it means that you're recognizing that this is what you're feeling. You're owning that this is what you're feeling. You're understanding it. You're honoring the fact that I'm going through this and I'm feeling this, but you're not keeping it. You're not harboring it from the fact to the point and the fact that it's dictating your being, it's dictating your thinking, and it's creating what it is that you're doing or not doing. And this is a difficult place for some to get to, or for most to get to, but it's very obtainable. It really goes back to honoring yourself. But to honor anyone, especially self, you'd have to understand who and what it is that you're honoring. Who are you honoring? What are you honoring? If you're having feelings of the pain, the hurt, and the rejection that you've experienced through a painful love experience, you can easily mistake it for, whether you're realizing it or not, your energy can mistake it for honoring the person or connecting it all to the person who gave you those feelings or who you feel is responsible for those feelings. It's not that you're consciously saying, I am honoring this person who I feel is responsible for this negative source. But your vibrational frequency can put so much attention on what it is that you are feeling because of that experience, that what it does is it takes the experience and it spreads it through the aura, creating a mold of vibration that is literally drawing it back in. So because you're feeling it to the point that it's defining the energy field, it's creating the being, the thinking, and doing of everything that you draw in. So that has brought some people to ask me, okay, so how do I fight my thoughts? How do I fight my feelings? I mean, my feelings are in my mind, and my mind is connected to my feelings. So where do you start with what you're feeling? How do you conquer it? Do you conquer it? Is it something that you need to connect to or disconnect? Because, there's a fine line. So much spiritual teaching really emphasizes on the fact of release old feelings. Then there are spiritual teachings that emphasize on the fact, bring them to the surface and feel it so that you can release it. What I feel is universally true for every single one of us is that we cannot help sometimes feelings and emotions that come in, but everything has an expiration date. And if your life is vibrating to a feeling and an emotion that creates a frequency that is repetitious and does not serve your path of well-being, does not serve the path of where you want to go, who you want to be, and where you see yourself, it's definitely time to honor that has passed and that frequency needs to change. So by recognizing that and honoring that, you're actually creating the foundation of movement, the foundation of release. And we're going to touch more on that when we come back from this short break.
Treat the Body and Expand the Soul on June 1st with Lynn Brown. Imagine 3 days in a hand-built log home nestled in the Cascade Mountain. Activate the collaboration between the body and spirit and allow the accelerated connection as one of the most powerful ways to light up your cells, honor the body's needs in this all-inclusive event. Visit lynnmbrown.com or call 206-931-7356.
Are you feeling stagnant or blocked in your love life, career, health, or finances? Experiencing difficulty focusing or setting and achieving goals? Tune in to Spiritual Diagnostics Radio with psychic visionary healers Carol Dorian and Justice Welling. Discover the cause and effect of unwanted patterns in life. Tune in every Tuesday at 12 p.m. Pacific on Transformation Talk Radio. For more information, visit spirituald.com.
Be you plus live your purpose equals joy. That's the motto of Unstuck Joy with Vicki Todd. Vicki believes you were born with gifts that are meant to make the world brighter. Each show will feature an art visioning journal prompt to help you create your way to soul clarity. If you're ready to get unstuck and create more joy, this show is for you. Tune in every month on Transformation Talk Radio. For more information, visit VickiWorldArt.com.
The Earth is an ever-changing being. Goddess Light Shamanic Healer Bree Gibbs guides us through the ascending worlds, bringing forth knowledge and truth. As a light creator, she is here to provide new information needed at this time in our evolution. Join Bree as she shares messages from guides, spirits, ascended masters, goddesses, and others. Tune in the second and fourth Monday, 11 a.m. Pacific, and Thursdays, 1 p.m. Pacific for Silver Gaia Radio.
Are you traveling most of your day? Do you want to take Transformation Talk Radio with you anywhere you go? Well, guess what? There's an app for that. Just go to the App Store on your Apple device or the Google Play Store on your Android and search Transformation Talk Radio. Catch all of our live shows no matter where you are. Thanks for listening.
Is traditional medicine not working for you? Do you still feel as if your health isn't 100%? Here at the Holistic Medical Center, Dr. Nushin Darvish and the qualified staff look through the dimensions of wellness and start a healing plan prioritized to your needs. Our physicians assess the whole you until complete health is achieved. Get the help you need by visiting drdarvish.com or call 425-451-0404.
Well, it is a little half past the hour, and it is so awesome to be here. We're talking about love, and we left off touching on the fourth level of existence that dictates frequency and vibration to the aura of being, thinking, and doing. And we were talking about feeling. So for those of you who would like to call in, share your experiences, ask some questions, call in at 1-800-930-2819. That's 1-800-930-2819. And for those of you who would like to call after the show, feel free to do so at 312-898-2285. It's 312-898-2285, or log on to our site, spirituald.com. And for everyone who calls after the show, we are going to be doing a service of your choice, and I recommend a soulmate reading. So we're going to be doing, free of charge, a soulmate reading. We will touch on your love life. We will touch on your aura's energy, what is going on in your chakra system that could be inviting love in, hindering love, or what energies and vibrations need to kind of be pushed over to make room for something new, if you will. So getting back into that fourth portion, that fourth level of existence that draws love in, the feeling. And we talked about, are we feeling emotions from a balanced point or negative emotions that are defining our life and blocking out love, stopping love from coming in? And, you know, we left off talking about the fact that the feelings, that portion of our existence feeling, can take over being, it can take over thinking, and it can take over what it is that we do. So when you're having that thought or you're having that feeling, or more than one thought, more than one feeling, several emotions that are just coming in like a flood, playing tapes and thoughts of what has happened, the hurt, the disappointment, rejection, challenges of the journey that you've been through that could be making you feel resistant to allowing love in, even though that's contradictory to what it is that you want. You want love, you want that connection, but the very thing that you want, these defining feelings that have taken over the aura, are actually blocking out what it is that you want. And the question that I have been asked, like I was saying before break, is how do you push a feeling away? How do you push thoughts away? It kind of feels like emotions, feelings, thoughts, they really kind of have no parameters or no limits. They just flood in and they just go exactly where they want to go, and we have very little control of that. And what I was saying is that it can be difficult, but we have more control than what we realize. And the control is understanding that these thoughts and these feelings have expired. And the awareness of understanding that you are vibrating to feelings and emotions that do not serve you, that this is what is creating the vibration in your aura, is actually the foundation of moving that energy. It is the beginning. So it's not to say that the moment you realize it, poof, it's going to disappear. It's going to be gone and you're going to be exactly where you want to be. But it's that realizing, it's that understanding that what I'm thinking and what I'm feeling is a hindrance. So do we bring it to the surface? Do we ignore it? We honor that it's there. We honor that it's real and it did have an impact. But then there is certain spiritual work that doesn't remove the memory of what you've been through, but it removes the result of the memory. And that's the important part to understand. We will always remember, but there's a difference between remembering and dwelling. We cannot remove the experience, but we can remove the unwanted result of the experience that it is storing in your aura. So if the way that you have been being, thinking, doing, and feeling does not match what it is that you truly desire in a partner, truly are looking for through your love life, it's time to question, where is this storing itself? And what is it that I have learned from it, still should learn from it, and need to release? So many people have actually learned, understood, reached that understanding, go through that evolving process, but are still actually living in the result of the experience. And sometimes it's an unwanted result. And you say, if I've reached this level, if I've learned this, why am I repeating it? Why am I drawing this back in? Why am I not connecting to that love that I truly desire? And the answer is, sometimes the result of what you've gone through, the energy and the frequency of it, is so defining and so thick in the aura that the aura is not receiving the message that the soul has healed from this and it needs to be released. And for some of you, the soul has endured the experience and has not released it. But if you are in the group of people who you've learned the lesson and have released, or you've learned the lesson and haven't released, or you're not really sure what it is that needs to be understood from it, whatever place you're in, what every single person has in common is that if you are still living in the unwanted result of what has happened due to the pain of past love. It can be changed once it's recognized of why it is there. That's the key, the recognition. And through a soulmate reading, we can identify what it is that your soul has endured in this lifetime, in past lifetimes, and why it is that you're carrying that energy and how to release it. And for each person, it can be entirely different. Some people will have similarities in their process, and some it will be entirely different. So for those of you who are listening to the show, if you have questions or you'd just like to share what you've been through, go ahead and call in at 1-800-930-2819. That's 1-800-930-2819. Or you can give us a call after the show at 312-898-2285, 312-898-2285, or log on to our site, spirituald.com. So yes, we've been talking about love. We've been talking about the 4 levels of our existence that draw in love or can actually be keeping love out. And that brings me to the right person. I have had so many people ask, when will I find the right person? How do I know it's the right person? What if we are getting along, we're finishing each other's sentences, I feel this soulmate connection, I feel that this is just awesome, I feel like this is the person, excuse me, that I've been waiting for. Does this mean that it's the right person? Some people will ask, if we're having so many difficulties and problems, can this still be the right person? We're just going through a rough patch. It's always, somehow, some way, the question always sort of comes back down to the right person. And I like to say, it's not about looking for the right person. It's about becoming the right person. The right person is the reflection of who you are. So when you are becoming the love that you desire to receive, when you are becoming the love that you want in every portion of your life, when you become that love, that is when that exact love is reflected through the partner that is meant for you, and that path opens. But that brings a lot of people to the question of, how do you become that love? And we're definitely going to touch more on becoming that love, the point of realizing that you are the right person and that you are worthy of love. You are capable of healing. Right after we return from this short break.
Did you know that all of the shows on the Transformation Radio Network are available as podcasts to stream or download?
Really?
Check us out. Go to transformationradio.fm. We have business shows, spiritual shows, energy healing shows, and pretty much everything in between. Something for everyone, guaranteed to inspire, educate, and transform. We are transforming the world, one listener at a time.
Are you feeling stagnant or blocked in your love life, career, health, or finances? Experiencing difficulty focusing or setting and achieving goals? Tune in to Spiritual Diagnostics Radio with psychic visionary healers Carol Dorian and Justice Welling. Discover the cause and effect of unwanted patterns in life. Tune in every Tuesday at 12 p.m. Pacific on Transformation Talk Radio. For more information, visit spirituald.com.
What is a brilliant culture, and how do we create them? Why are they important? Claudette Rowley has created a breakthrough 5-step process to help you align your culture with your business strategy for exceptional results. Looking for a culture that drives organizational excellence? Listen to Cultural Brilliance Radio, the second and fourth Friday of each month at 10 a.m. Pacific and 1 p.m. Eastern on Transformation Talk Radio. To learn more or work with Claudette, visit culturalbrilliance.com.
Hi, this is Ted Winslow, founder of SoundSync Tech, the next generation of sound healing frequency technologies. I'm excited to join Dr. Bree Gibbs, host of the Silver Gaia radio show on Transformation Talk Radio. And as a show of appreciation to all the listeners, I'm offering 20% off my sound healing music. Please go to tedwinslow.com and use the coupon code Silver Gaia. Looking forward to connecting with you soon.
Tune in to the Psychic Professors Show, The Voices of Spirit Radio, with international medium and spirit artist Dr. Susan Barnes on Transformation Talk Radio, featuring a variety of spiritual topics such as psychic art, spiritualism, EVP, psychic development, and mediumship. This hit call-in show provides listeners with breakthrough wisdom to enliven and enlighten their lives. Visit spiritartgallery.net for show days and times.
Wow. Hey, everyone. Welcome. Welcome to the Dr. Pat Show. This is Talk Radio to Thrive By. I'm telling you, I got to pinch myself some days, because when each of us gets called to do something that we so not thought was in our wheelhouse to do for a purpose that's so much greater than us, we get to show up and shine.
If you would like to show up and shine on the Dr. Pat Show as a co-host or sponsor, send us an email to inspire@thedrpatshow.com.
And we are back talking about love. For those of you who are listening and you desire to call in, if you want to share your experiences, talk about where you've been and where you're at, if you have questions, we'd love to hear from you. Give us a call at 1-800-930-2819. That's 1-800-930-2819. And for those of you who would like to give a call after the show, feel free to do so at 312-898-2285. That's 312-898-2285. Or log on to our site, spirituald.com. Before our break, we were talking about the right person. And I was reflecting on, it's not about looking for the right person, it's about becoming the right person. The right person is the reflection of who you are, and that's what it is that you draw in. So realizing that you are the right person and that you are worthy is what it takes to create that healed portion of spirit that's ready to connect to someone who reflects the love and the divinity that you have contacted and reached within yourself. Once you find that place, this is where the aura, the spirit, and the soul are so ready to connect and invite somebody into that place, as well as receive an invitation into that person's place as well. So it's about sending out that divine invitation and receiving that divine invitation. And when I talk about realizing that you are the right person, that can actually be a topic in a show in itself, because we're not all where we need to be at this specific point in time, but we are all always in a place where we have what's right inside. And when you find it and you touch it and you tap into it, and you hear what that sounds like, you are going to send out a frequency that calls to exactly that in your partner. So I'd like to touch a little bit on relationships built on need are usually the ones to fail, whereas relationships built on self-esteem, playfulness, and joy are the foundation of healthy, lasting relationships, because these are the relationships that we draw in and manifest by the divine qualities of the soul. The divine qualities of the soul are love, kindness, compassion, empathy, joy, equanimity. When these qualities are radiated from the soul into the aura becomes the magnet to the partner who is in touch with those divine qualities. When the aura is storing the results of the painful, unhealed prior relationships, which are usually pain, rejection, fear, abandonment, and judgment, the aura becomes the magnet for whatever the soul hasn't healed from, drawing it in, right back in through another relationship. This is where we find ourselves repeating the same experiences with a new partner. And that is the cycle that we are all desiring to break if we find ourselves in that cycle. It's, why do I keep drawing in the same experiences with completely different people? Because there is an unhealed portion that is storing itself in the soul, and it is radiating out to the aura. So that brings us to peace. When you heal, when you find that portion that needs that removal, and you heal, you come to the place of peace. Being at peace with where you were in the past with love and where you are in the present with love is the essence of being worthy, recognizing the worthiness, which is the essence of manifesting. Manifesting that whole pure love that we all desire. This peace may be blocked from the mind, the body, and spirit due to unresolved emotional issues that are stored in the chakras, the aura, the soul, the consciousness, subconscious, or all of the above. This is where that source of energy must be identified, located, and removed from the spirit through the correct spiritual cleansing. We all have spiritual and emotional triggers that come in, and they come in the form of so many different painful memories, past hurt, disappointment, lack of validation, fear, anger, and the list goes on. However, when the vibrational frequency of this pain starts to define the aura and the chakra system, there's not a whole lot of room for new love, for healthy love, or healthy experiences. Through cleansing and removal of these thick, stagnant residuals, you can be set free and open to the love that is whole and the love that is evenly yoked to your frequency and your vibration of wholeness. Each and every one of you are carrying a complete vibration of wholeness. It's just a matter of tapping into that frequency and the removal of the energies that are restricting you from tapping into that, finding that, expressing that, and connecting to that. For those of you who would like to call in after the show, please do so at 312-898-2285. That's 312-898-2285. Or log on to our site, spirituald.com. For everyone who calls after the show, you will definitely receive a free soulmate reading. Our offer to you is a reading that is going to touch the condition of the chakras, the aura, and we are going to pick up your vibrational frequencies of where you are as far as inviting love in, the vibrational frequencies of your soulmate and partner, when this person is coming into your life, and what it is that may be restricting or hindering you from connecting to that ultimate love. For those of you who find yourself in a place of feeling stagnant and blocked, not able to receive the love, the peace, and the joy that you desire, just know that the answers are within you. Love and healing is around you, at the door knocking, just waiting to come in boldly and beautifully. It has been an absolute pleasure talking with all of you today about love. I look forward to hearing from you. Have a very blessed day, and thank you so much for tuning in. Namaste.
You've been listening to Spiritual Diagnostics Radio, Psychic Answers and Spiritual Solutions with Carol Dorian and Justice Welling, diagnosing the spiritual cause of unwanted life patterns. For more information on your favorite healers, visit spirituald.com and tune in every Tuesday at 12 p.m. Pacific on Transformation Talk Radio to receive your weekly dose of enlightenment.